Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I had a question. It was a pretty important question. It was, Prof, what do you think of the new Event Quest? It's so different. And my response was, I will wait to make a video until I've at least gone through a Thronebreaker completion. Which, little advice. You can take it, you can not, whatevs. I don't do Event Quest completion for anything other than Thronebreaker when I can wait. So when it's not Event Quest completion, I do uncollected difficulty and below. I'll do Thronebreaker and then I'll relax with Cav. But I have so many items that are soon to be expired. So many combinations of energy refills and a combination of revives, level 1, level 2, potions that I'm kind of just enjoying the experience of taking my time. Now, I'm not going to lie, I had the same sticker shock that a lot of you had when I looked at the energy costs. Because, look, when you see 4 and 5 energy per tile, it feels like you're getting ripped off on paper. It feels like you're playing a different game. It feels like that dang inflation has hit kabam, and its energy cost. I know my utilities are going up, kabam. I didn't think my energy cost in the game were supposed to go up. Come on now. But of course, when you look closer, when you dive deeper, you see that it's a trade-off. Because actually, there are far less paths now than there were before. 5 paths is a lot better than like 8 or 9 paths. In addition to that, let's take this path up here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights. And then the boss. For 7 total fights. That almost feels like the event quest has turned into the structure of a side quest. Now, I still think the rewards should be better, especially in Thronebreaker, and I even think the Paragon Gauntlet rewards are already outdated, which if they're outdated right now, what do they look like in 3 months or 6 months or whatever? But at the same time, I think it's a good trade-off. And I actually received messages from people who don't have a ton of rank 5 6 stars and rank 2 7 stars that said, Prof, I felt like I was able to kind of roll through Thronebreaker for the first time ever. And that's going to be a fantastic boost to these players' confidence, especially if they're not getting the same confidence once they reach a certain tier of, say, Battlegrounds or Alliance War, or maybe, but probably not, Alliance Quest or Incursions. So, at first I was very skeptical of this new Event Quest format, and I'm not saying that it isn't annoying on paper to spend 4 or 5 energy per node, but an unintended consequence that's a positive that I didn't even think about, because I will oftentimes wake up and open the game, and if I had, and it doesn't happen often, but if I had like 5 straight hours of sleep, the game is already back to 70 out of 70 energy. And so with 4 to 5 energy per tile, as you approach the next node, you're able to get an hour or 2 hours worth of energy that you can then go back to without even having to do a fight pretty fast. I mean, when I go north here, I just spent 10 energy in 2 tiles, which for me, I'll take. And this is my final questing team. Gladiator was less annoying to me than Iron Man because of that regen. But in both cases, Nick Fury got the job done. And I just think everybody's goal should be to awaken a 6-star Nick Fury if they acquire him and get him to rank 5. I think Nick Fury is going to be one of those champions, just like maybe Human Torch and Scorpion you see in front of you, that is not going to come to the 7-star pool anytime soon, not even in the Titan pool. And if that's the case, your 6-star is only going to get more valuable. So, at the end of the day, I am fairly happy with the changes. It's not perfect, but what is? I could sit here and nitpick, and I could rant more negatively to try to get views, but it wouldn't be sincere. And regardless of views or revenue or subscribers, I always try to be sincere It doesn't mean I'm always right, of course, but I'm going to tell you what I feel and think in the moment without fear of what it's going to cost my channel. And in this case, I think there's more pros than cons. And so I was skeptical, but a lot of that skepticism has been proven right in terms of energy cost and wrong in terms of everything else. And so I think it's a win for Kabam, and I'm happy to say I was wrong about this one.